Okay, today I want to talk about easy makeup. Just easy makeup. Let's talk fast, easy eye makeup. We see tutorials and they go on for hours. Oh my God, who has time? So I want to show you my, I don't really have time, everyday look because who has the time? Eye makeup doesn't have to be scary. I'm going to show you how to do this with one eyeshadow, a liner, and a mascara. I've already done my face makeup, my lips, and my brows, so this is just eyes. And the great thing about this, I know a lot of us do our eyes first because of fallout. You don't have to worry about that because we are using cream shadows today, and I love a cream shadow. Now you'll have to excuse my cream shadow palette because I use it so often, it's pretty dirty. But we are going to start with this shade here. This shade is M112, and there's a reason there's a hole in it. I use it every day, and it is from Mob Beauty. These are cream clay eyeshadows. They are completely plastic free, safe for sensitive eyes. Absolutely love these. So I'm gonna just take my finger and place that on the eye, starting at the lash line. Really get it into that lash line. And then as I work my way up, that is naturally going to fade because there's less and less product on my finger. Now you can take a synthetic brush and blend this out, which I love that. It looks good. I'm gonna use a really inexpensive one. This is from Morphe. I think it was like $6 or $7. So it just needs to be able to buff, and we're only buffing the edge. We're not buffing the entire eye. And you can see it already looks so buffed, so pretty. No need to go crazy. You don't need 100 colors. This is also a really beautiful cool tone for people who are looking for cool tone browns. And I will have to refill it soon because it is almost gone. I am also coming underneath and bringing that underneath the eye as well. It looks more like a completed look and makes the eye look a lot bigger. And then I'm gonna take that exact same brush and I'm going to buff out the edges. I don't want there to be any lines. I want this to be really blended. And because we are using a cream shadow, it's gonna be so easily blended, and again, no fallout. Now, I don't have a ton of time to keep touching up my makeup, so I'm going to take a setting powder. This is from Tower 28. This is their Get Set powder. I'm gonna take a little bit of that, and I am going to press that all over the eye just to set this eye makeup. To me, this helps blur it even more, and it sets it. Don't be afraid to put too much on. We are gonna brush this away. And some people are gonna ask, can I do this look on hooded eyes? You can do this look on any shade. We're just starting at the lid. Even if the lid completely goes back into the eye, if you are hooded, since we're doing it with our eye open, as we bring it up and open, we're just gonna bring a little bit more on this crease area. So this look will still look diffused and gorgeous. You're just gonna bring it up a little higher than someone who does not have a hooded eye would. So I'm gonna use the brush that I used before to blend out, and I'm gonna take a little of my MAC Studio Fix. This is a foundation powder. And I'm just gonna blur out any edges. And I'm also going to take some and just lighten up the lid here. This will give the effect of having a couple different shades on, but you don't. And you can lighten this up as much as you want. I like to lighten in the inside corner like you would with a traditional shadow. And it gives you the perfect shade to go with this crease color. It's like you've used two different taupes, but you've only got one. Okay, again, I'm gonna buff out the eyebrow here and just really make sure that's blended. And then I'm going to take that same color, going to lighten the corner with it. This is just my face powder. This will lighten it up. I love this little trick. That way I don't have to carry so many shadows in my bag when I'm traveling. It's so much easier. Okay, now we get into the hard part. This is eyeliner. I am going to follow my, that's my dog. I am going to follow this line right here from my bottom lash line up, and I would look straight into the camera and figure out where that line would end. Just put a little dot. Then I'm going to take this pencil, which by the way is from Pacifica Beauty. This is not a waterproof pencil, and that is on purpose. I want to sketch out the eye first, and then when I like it, I'll go over it with a waterproof. So I am going to sketch right along the lash line. So sketch it all along the lash line. And then I'm going to join it up at that little dot. And since we did this with our eyes open, we can actually mark where that crease is going to be. So we know just not to put it in this area that would fold back into the eye. This is a great way of doing your eyes. Just make sure they're open when you mark everything out. They do not have to be perfect, because I'm going to show you the other fun thing about using a cream eyeshadow instead of a powder. So I picked up a little bit of my cream shadow on a synthetic flat brush. This one is from Cosette Beauty. It's the number 8. Any little area that isn't perfect, I can come in with my cream eyeshadow and just fix up. Because we used a cream, it just goes right on top, cleans it up, no issues, and it doesn't disturb the eye makeup. Okay, so now we're gonna duplicate that on the other eye, and I figured it doesn't hurt to go over it again. Follow this line right here, your natural lash line from the bottom up. Make a little dot where the end would be, and then get really close to the lash line and just fill in between the hair here, especially if you have blonde hair like I do naturally. I have very light lashes. And then we are going to follow that line to the dot we made and start filling in. Once we have a line where we want it, you can leave it here and just smoke out the line if you wanted to, or just leave it as is. For me, I like to go in with a waterproof pencil because again, I don't want to have to touch up. So this is the Slick Waterline pencil from Melt. And this is a fabulous waterproof pencil that doesn't irritate my eyes. And this is a very dark brown. I believe this is cocoa. Yes. So I'm gonna come in and just trace over the line that I just drew and intensify the line. Since it's made for the waterline too, you can really get in there in between the lashes and right in this corner and make everything look really sleek, really neat and tidy. Now that we have our liner on, I'm gonna come in with the mascara and give myself a generous amount at the root and just kind of lift and just kind of lift. This mascara is called Lash, and it is from a company called Bake Up Beauty, and it gives you really big, thick lashes. See the difference? Now this could be the look for you, but if you wanted to take it a step further, which I like to do a half lash. This is part of an Ardell Demi Wispy, the beginning part that I've just cut off. I like to do a half lash so it doesn't cover all of the work that I just did with my shadow. Sometimes a big lash can just cover up all of your eyeshadow. I just want more of like a cat eye extension. I want it to look like it could have grown out of my eyes. So I'm gonna come in with this lash. I'm gonna do a tiny bit of glue and just the smallest bit. You really don't need much. I'm going to pop my lash just on the corner here. And that gives me more of like a kitten eye. It goes really well with the flick. So there you have it. This is my fast everyday eye. Once you get used to doing this and you get the hang of it, it takes me 5 minutes in the morning. It's really quick, easy. It looks really clean and precise. You can also add to this so easily by just popping a darker liner on or just putting a little shimmer on with your finger. You can do this with any shade, you can do this with any color. You really have endless possibilities with an eye like this, and it works for all eye shapes, which I love. If this video is something that you really dig, make sure to subscribe. Also, leave a comment, let me know how you like this look, if you've tried it, how it worked for you, and look forward to seeing you soon.